Hey everybody, it's Max coming to you live from the great state of Georgia. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And I just want to do a short presentation on the benefits of return of premium. So, as I've stated before, life insurance has so many different options. But before I get started, you can find us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Facebook. Okay. I hope I have this inset picture correctly. But anyway, Uh, reach out later on for any questions you may have. And like I always say, I don't care if you get insurance with me or not. It doesn't matter. The big thing is to do something. Don't not do anything and leave your financial plans just up in the air. Okay. So, all right. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it. This presentation is about the benefits of the return of premium in term life insurance. And the subtitle is Maximizing Protection with Financial Return. So basically, before I get started, what is return of premium? So the return of premium is basically, or not basically, return of premium is the amount of money you pay in to a term policy. So one of the reasons why this is a beautiful policy, a beautiful product, is because a term policy, no, it does not have cash value. And term policies are usually less expensive than whole life or what some people call cash value or permanent life insurance. With the return of premium rider, okay, the rider is attached to the term policy. So it does increase the price a little bit. But however, when you outlive the term, if you outlive the term, it could be 10, 15, or 20 or 30 or even 40 years. If you outlive the term, you receive all your premium back. So, for example, if you have a 30-year term policy and at the end of that 30 years, you have paid in $70,000. Okay. So at 30 years, you receive $70,000 back. Or here's another secret tip, not secret, but another tip or another thing that another policy feature that's great about the return of premium. You can actually convert part of the term policy to a whole life policy without any medical questions or exams. So that's another thing that people don't talk about when they talk about term policies. I do not have a preference, term or whole or universal, because all insurance products are designed for client benefit. So let's go ahead and get started with the benefits of the premium term, return of premium in term life insurance. So what is term? I just talked about it, right? It covers a specified period of time. Unlike whole life insurance, term life insurance covers 10, 20, 30. There are carriers that will go to 40 years. Okay. If you pass away during the term, of course, your beneficiaries receive the death benefit. So just like in whole life, if the policy is $100,000, $200,000, whatever, if it's a term policy, then the my hands are going in and out of the picture. But anyway, if it's a term policy, your beneficiaries receive the benefit, the face value, whatever the face value is, whatever you've contracted for, whatever your policy states. Okay, so that's the thing about term. It's less expensive, but you still your beneficiaries still receive the death benefit when you pass away. Okay, straightforward. No, no frills. It's just a basic life insurance policy. Now, what happens with return of premium? Now, return of premium is a attachment. It's a rider. Okay, so the rider is the thing that activates you receiving all of your premium back. Now, it offers two things. Of course, the death benefit and the return of premium. Uh, point here, your beneficiaries do not receive the return of premium and the death benefit. Only you receive the return premium when you outlive, if you outlive the term. Okay. No death, no loss. You receive the premiums back when you outlive the term 10, 20, 30, 40 years. I think it's a great product. A lot of people aren't talking about it. And quite frankly, I think it is a great alternative if you don't have whole life insurance. Now, I'm going to say this. I think that term life insurance policies should start, you should try to get at least a $100,000 term policy if you can swing it budget wise. Benefit number one, full premium return is essentially a risk-free policy. Okay. This gives you the peace of mind knowing that your premiums aren't lost, because one of the big drawbacks to term policies is that people would always say, so I don't get anything for my money. There's nothing there. Once the term is up, you get nothing. With whole life, it goes for your whole life. And so a lot of times agents try to sell, you get nothing with term, or they try to sell term is cheaper and it's not as expensive, and that the cash value is not, is you can borrow against it, but it's not really that great. So a lot of different people with a lot of different opinions. The bottom line is, A, get a life insurance policy. B, have enough to cover basic expenses when you leave. And C, with this particular product, at the end of the term, you receive your premiums back to you when you outlive the term. All right. And like I said before, usually term policies, I haven't seen one yet. A pure term policy are usually less expensive than whole life. So you receive your money back, and it's kind of like, you can use that money for whatever you want. You can elect to use that money differently. You can, uh, like I said before, you can actually convert the term policy and use, if let's say, for example, you receive your premium back, or you say, okay, I want to convert the term part. They're going to let you convert part of the term to a whole life if that's what you choose to do. Okay, or you can take that money and put it in a different type of financial vehicle. It's all types of things you can do with the money received from return of premium. Benefit number three, of course, that the death benefit to any insurance policy, the death benefit is tax free. Okay, and return of premium, your premiums are tax free as well. So think about that. Your beneficiaries get a tax free death benefit. You receive your premiums back tax free. So here's what we talk about when we talk about, I said that twice. Here's what I mean when I say generational wealth. And a lot of people don't understand generational wealth is a long game. It's not a short game. So if it's a 20-year premium and you're 30 years old, I'm sorry, a 20-year return of premium product, and you have that term policy for 20 years, you're 30 years old. When you're 50, you get all that premium back, and you can use that in a different way. You can convert the policy. You can get your premium back and use it in another type of vehicle. 20 years is really not a long time when you talk about building generational wealth. Okay, let's move on. Benefit number four. Like I said before, you can convert to a term policy to what's called permanent or whole life without medical underwriting. Now you have to do it with the same carrier. So if you go with insurance company ABC, you go with River Rock Financial Group, at the end of 20 years, you say, okay, I want to convert my term policy into a whole life policy, then there's no medical exam, no medical underwriting. The premiums don't change. What you pay every month does not change. Now, there are some carriers that have increasing face value and increasing premiums. Let me be clear. Again, there's nothing wrong with either. If you want to go with carrier Z and they say, okay, we're going to give you an increasing term policy, but increasing face value, and you started at $250. I'm sorry, 250,000, and then it keeps increasing every year, but your premiums go up. So that's something to think about. Everybody's entitled to their own options. As long as you get the education and choices, then that's up to the client. Benefit number 5. You can look at it as a forced savings mechanism. That at the end you receive all your money back, or you move it to another account. It's tax free anyway. You can supplement your retirement goals. You can use it to buy your children or family members something. It's all types of things you can do with the return of premium. When you do it, stick with it and use the money when you receive the premiums back. When you compare it to other types of policy, life insurance policies, traditional term policies, they don't cost as much, but there's no refund. There's no return of premium at the end. Whole life policies are usually higher in premium. What you pay every month is higher. So the difference between a whole life policy and a term life policy, say of 500,000, could be a couple $100. You could be looking at $500 a month for a whole life policy. You could be, depending on age, underwriting, health questions, and so forth. You could be looking at a 3 or 4 times monthly premium. And guys, you don't have to pay your premium monthly. You can pay it quarterly, yearly, or you can pay it semi-annually. Okay. And of course, at the end, I can't stress enough, at the end of the term, you receive all of your premium back. So in summary, I told you this was going to be short. So in summary, return of premium provides protection for you for a term. I suggest getting the longest term possible. The older you get, the shorter the terms are. So carriers don't want to have term policies out there that last longer than really 30 years. Okay, I'm pretty sure there's some that go longer, but the younger you are, the longer the terms will last. So I would say once you hit 50 years old, term policies are usually end at 20 years. Okay. And then you can also use the term policy to combine with other types of financial instruments, annuities, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and those types of things. But the key thing to take away here is that it's affordable life insurance coverage that will give you all your premiums back and allow you to have a death benefit for your beneficiaries and give you the flexibility to take that money back, the premiums back, tax-free in the future. Now, here's another thing you need to think about. Most policies today have what's known as living benefits, which means, for example, if your policy has a $500,000 face value, if your life insurance is $500,000, and you have a medically diagnosed terminal or chronic illness, then you can access part of the 500,000. That's another thing that is beautiful about most life insurance policies today. If you have a return of premium and living benefits, that's a beautiful thing because you can access some of your face value and receive the return of premium back to you. All right. So there are other things that you have to look out for. Read the fine print, know what you're getting into, become educated, reach out to me or somebody. Don't just not do anything. Let me move this so I can see. Don't just not do anything and then decide. Don't be like some clients And some potential clients I've had that decide late and get upset because the premiums are high, and they still look at it the wrong way. When you look at it as in a selfish, short-sighted manner, that's when you don't do anything. A decision to not decide is a decision. So I'm not going to hold it too much longer. I'm not going to talk too much longer. But again, this presentation is about term life insurance with the return of premium. My name is Max Wiltz. River Rock Financial Group is the life insurance agency. You can visit us at rrfgwealth.com. We're licensed in Georgia, North Carolina, and Texas, North Kakalaki, and the Lone Star State, and the Peach State. The Peach State, North Kakalaki, and the Lone Star State. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok at River Rock Financial Group. The rich and wealthy continue to use life insurance to pass down generational wealth, and so can you. Thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.